A lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man.
Ava Baroni Combs, yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell they adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out.
Word on the street is Diddy adopted a white child. But hold up, it ain't the feel-good story it was painted to be. Terrence Howard just dropped a bombshell that might blow this whole thing wide open, and the feds, yeah, they listening now too. See, while everybody was distracted by Diddy's other legal messes, nobody was really talking about how he adopted this little girl, Ava Baroni Combs. Now, at first glance, it looked like Diddy was just expanding his family, right? But Terrence Howard slid in with some real uncomfortable claims, and what he's saying got folks looking sideways at that whole situation. According to Terrence, there's a deeper, darker reason behind Diddy's sudden adoption of Ava. He ain't straight up saying what it is just yet, but he hinted at some real disturbing stuff.
Those things. But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You should have a greater desire than being a man.
And now it seems like federal investigators are taking his words seriously. Why? Because Diddy's name is already ringing in so many other investigations, from trafficking allegations to abuse cases. According to Terrence, there's a deeper, darker reason behind Diddy's sudden adoption of Ava. He ain't straight up saying what it is just yet, but he hinted at some real disturbing stuff. And now it seems like federal investigators are taking his words seriously. Why? Because Diddy's name is already ringing in so many other investigations, from trafficking allegations to abuse cases. Now here's the wild part. Terrence Howard didn't just randomly come out the blue with this.
And if you're going to speak against me, then use the same courage that it took for me to say those truths. And a man, integrity and in truth. I've spent a lifetime earning the right to speak with the conviction about these truths that I speak. So if you want to tear that down, have the decency to come and say it directly to my face. And say it like a man. The conclusions. But we're going to do this respectfully, otherwise we'll end in a duel. And I mean a duel, a real life duel, where only one person wants to be.
Word is he was talking to close sources, folks who claim to know the inner workings of Diddy's private life. People saying Ava's adoption might not have been about love or family at all, but instead part of a bigger, darker plan. Something calculated. Remember, Ava is white. And that raised a lot of eyebrows, especially when folks started asking why Diddy, who's been accused of running a whole bunch of shady dealings, would suddenly take in a young white girl while his empire is crumbling.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs? Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents that you're my child also. Please. Tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
That's like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody. You want to get upset. I adopted, like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids. Charlize Theron, everybody's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So Just clarify, because it's crazy out here online. So play with the kids. And I got permission from your mother. Say all of that. It's crazy out here.
Well, I met Jesse and Lila when I was 6 months old.
6 months.
And then basically sisters, all 4 of us.
6 months.
I always come over.
Yes. And it's Ava Baroni Combs. Come on.
Let's go.
Is it a PR move, a distraction, or something even more sinister? Terrence been moving real cautious with his words. He's saying just enough to make you think, but not enough to get hit with a lawsuit. Smart. But the feds, they got no problem digging deeper, especially now that this adoption is looking a little suspect in the grand scheme of Diddy scandals. And let's not forget, this is all happening while Cassie's case is still fresh, while other folks keep coming forward, and while his home's been getting raided coast to coast. If Diddy really thought adopting Ava would make him look like a family man again, that move might be backfiring hard. There's even talk that some of Diddy's former employees and inner circle might be ready to flip. Not just on the stuff we already know, but also about what went down behind closed doors with Ava's adoption. Terrence Howard might have just lit the match. What's crazy is all of this adds another layer to the question people have been asking for months now. Who is Diddy really behind the scenes? And how far is he willing to go to protect his image? And or maybe even hide something. We don't know everything yet, but what we do know is that when Terrence Howard speaks and the feds start listening, something big is usually about to go down. And with Diddy, man, the skeletons just keep tumbling out the closet. Stay locked in because this story ain't even close to over.
It's craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this and try to engage. Yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got charges and everything on him, but he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN. It's keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out.
Ava Baroni Combs, yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell